everybody, and welcome to my channel, Every Day with Jackie. Today's video is a little something different for my channel, but I guess we're just mixing things up in 2020, and that's okay. So if you want to see what today's video is all about, please stay tuned. Okay, so I have a little bit of a story time, if you will, but I'll try to keep it short. To get to the point, in 2018, around October, I would say, I went on this little healthy eating. It really wasn't, in my mind, I wasn't really doing a big deal. I just wanted to cut back and, lose some weight. My knees were hurting me and I was just out of control. My heaviest weight has been 220 pounds. And right now I'm at 171, 72. I don't know. Last night we went out and celebrated my dad's 89th birthday, and I ate myself sick. I overate. I was just ready to come home and lay it down. I could have swore I woke up this morning and I was still full. I ate so much. So probably 171, 172 now. And in October of 2018, I just started cutting back on my portion sizes. And originally, I had been to the doctor and they had told me that I was borderline diabetic. And that was a huge wake-up call. So he sent me to see a nutritionist. And I said, okay, I'll go see and she'll tell me how to eat. And okay, I can do that. So I went to the class and, it was a class on nutrition and how to cut your carbs and how people become diabetic and all this. And when the class was over, she gave me this diabetic meter and some test strips. And I was like, whoa, I didn't come here for that. I just came here for nutrition information. I don't need this. I was like, I'm not taking this stuff. And lo and behold, I came home with it. She had shown me how to use it. And there was this lady in the class and she said, baby, don't do like I did. She said, I just, I went on the diet and I started eating. And she wasn't a huge lady at all. She was smaller than me. And she was just like, don't do like I did. And she had already lost her sight in one of her eyes. And I was like, wow, this is really serious. And I came back and I got my little self in gear and I lost weight. But with me, I can lose the weight, but, it's always the up and down, up and down. You lose it, then you go back to your old habits and you gain weight again. It's just back and forth. So around October 2018, I noticed that I was creeping up the scale again, So I just started cutting back on my portions, watching my carb intake, because that's how I lose weight and that's how they explained it to me. And that's, to me, watching my carbs does not deny me of any types of foods that I want to eat. You just have to have balance. You can't go over a certain amount of carbs, which for me, I was given 60 carbs at breakfast, 60 carbs at lunch, and 60 carbs at dinner. And so I know a lot of my coworkers, one of them, they don't eat meat. Some of them are on paleo. They're just on different kinds of things. We're going to do 30 days of this cleanse. We can only have this, this, and this. And then after 30 days, we can just start eating normal because now we know how to eat. And now they're back at going to Sonic, eating fast food like crazy. And I'm just like, I don't get the point of this diet, because you guys, after 30 days, you start eating regular and then you're gaining weight again. So I have never been a fan of any of these fad diets. What works for me, and I'm not telling anyone else how to eat or what they should do. I'm just saying what works for me is counting my carbs, the way that the nutritionist told me. And that way, if I want a little ice cream, I make allowance with my carbs. If I want to have a slice of bread this day, I'll make allowance. I just make allowance and I don't feel deprived. If I want to go to a restaurant, I can go to a restaurant and have dinner. I can just watch my carbs. And one tip that the nutritionist said, she says, you don't have to stop going to restaurants. She just told us how to do our carbs, like the meat should be the size of your hand, just some great tips. And she says, when they bring your food out, she said, most of the time, your food is over the proportion size anyway. So when they bring your food, she said, immediately ask for a to-go box. And so when I started doing that, I started having my food right then and there. Half my meat, half my potato or whatever else I'm eating, half of this. And then I would put it in my to-go container, and then I would only eat what was on my plate. And then when I would come home that night, I would also have, the leftovers for dinner. And so, I mean, all of those things sound good in theory, and it worked for me, but then, you get lax and you start, going back to your old habits, because habits are the most hardest thing to break. So anyway, back in 2018, I started just watching my portion sizes, not really even thinking that I was going on a diet. I know I was gaining weight, but not really thinking I was going on a diet or anything. This is just a way of life. And before I knew it, I was just shedding weight like crazy. Back then, I was like 190 something pounds. And like I said, now I'm like 171. I've been down to 168 before the holidays, which I had no control. I just had a doctor's appointment. I am back on my cholesterol medicine because the holiday season was not good for me. My glucose and my A1C, perfect. She said, you're good. You're not diabetic. So I have never crossed over into being diabetic, but I know my appointment before last, she said my blood sugar was up. So I was so worried, about going to this appointment, but everything looked good, just back on cholesterol. And so I'm aiming again to get off of the cholesterol medication and the high blood pressure medication as well. So to make a long story short, I'm getting myself back into gear. I've lost a lot of weight, but I do not want to start creeping back up the scale again. So I'm reining it in. Right now, I don't like to make New Year's resolutions, or people say, well, on January 1st, I'm going to start eating healthy. We don't have to wait till January 1st. I didn't wait till January 1st. I waited till January the 11th. So I just want to jumpstart my program again, eating healthy. I felt good. I was able to shop in not the plus size section anymore, just a regular women's section. And I'm just loving the way, even though I feel like I've gained some weight, I still feel good about myself. I have a good attitude to jump back on track. So I just wanted to show you some of the things that I do like to eat. I have a breakfast meal that I want to show you how I make it and what I eat. I'm going to show you what I'm having for lunch today, and I'm also going to show you what I will be having for dinner tonight. So I would like for any of you to join me if you want to drop a few pounds. I'm not saying you have to do the low carb, or however you want to do. I just, if you just want a support system, then join me. Sound off in the comment section, and we can do this all together. So I'm going to take you to the kitchen, and you will see what I'm making for breakfast. And then like I said, I'll also will show you what I'm going to have for lunch and dinner. So give me a moment, and I'll meet you in the kitchen. Okay, so we are in the kitchen, and I am going to show you how I make my favorite breakfast item. So first I start out with yogurt, and this is our local grocery store. This is the HEB Select Ingredients Greek Plain Yogurt. And this is just something that I like to put in my little bowl. Just scoop out some yogurt into a bowl. And then what I will do, this is a layering breakfast item. So what I do after I scoop that out, I normally go in and sprinkle. These are blueberries, and they've already been washed. I'll go in and sprinkle some blueberries on top of the yogurt. And blueberries are just a great superfood. And then I have washed my strawberries. So I'll go in and chop up some strawberries for the bowl. And these strawberries are humongous. Strawberries aren't really in season right now, but my grocery store still had them available. So they're not the sweetest, but there's some other things in the bowl that are very sweet. So the strawberries don't have to be really, you know, drenched with sugar sweetness. But this bowl, I do when in the summertime, I do this exact same bowl. However, I don't do it as a bowl. I do it in the blender and I make a smoothie. The only thing that's different for the smoothie is that I will add ice, but I still put these exact same ingredients in there. And I find that I do the smoothie and don't really drink that much coffee in the summertime. Look, look. I dropped the strawberry for you. And so then what I'll do, I have my yogurt, I have my blueberries and strawberry. And so then I will go in with my flaxseed. And I'll just sprinkle some. Well, let me show you what it is. This is just whole flaxseed. And I'll just go in and just sprinkle some on top. And flaxseed is perfect for fiber and your digestive system. It also has omega-3 in it. It's good for maintaining healthy hair, skin, and nails. Again, it's good for the digestive system because of the fiber. And then I'll go in with my chia seeds. And again, this is good for your digestive system. It also has the omega in it. And chia seeds also help raise your good cholesterol and help to aid against heart attacks and strokes. And I'll just sprinkle some chia seed on top. And then this is my little granola. I absolutely love this granola. I won't even make this bowl unless I have this certain granola. And that's what I was saying about the strawberries, because this granola has so much crunch and sweetness that I don't care that the strawberries are not always, you know, that sweet, because this is delicious. And again, I put this, when I make a smoothie, I put this inside the smoothie also. So this is my bowl, but what I do again is then I go in and do another layer. And so I'll sprinkle some yogurt on here again. And I know this does not look healthy, but it really is. Because you have fresh fruits, you have yogurt, Greek yogurt on here. I mean, the only thing that has the carbs in here would be well, of course, fruit has carbs. But high carb count would be just a granola. And the granola has, if you use 1/3 cup, it has 21 carbs. So I put that on there again. And so then I'll go back in with my blueberries and sprinkle them on top. I'll go in with another strawberry. And again, this is just layering. I'll go in with another strawberry and I'll dice this up. The only thing I won't do this time is I'm not adding any more chia seed or flax seed. And because these strawberries are so big, I'm not even gonna add another. So then I will go in again and sprinkle on some more granola. And this is my favorite breakfast. I love it. And so that's what I'll eat. And even in the mornings when I'm working, I don't have time to sit here and do this. So I'll just take my fruit and my granola. I'll put all this stuff in a lunchbox. Sometimes I'll scoop out some yogurt, or sometimes I'll just take the whole container and just leave the lunchbox and the fruit and stuff at school. And when I get there in the morning and we have some downtime, then I'll go into our teacher's lounge and I'll chop up and get my little fruit bowl going. This is what I'm having for lunch, and these are just part of our little salads that are in the deli at our local grocery store. And this is, we have some almonds in here. They have some roasted corn, some more blueberries. This is turkey. This is blue cheese, and this is bacon. So I probably will not really eat the bacon. I'll probably let Lucky have the bacon. And I don't normally like blue cheese, so I'll scoop this out and just put some shredded cheese on top. And then I'll chop up the turkey and sprinkle it all the way through. And, you know, just mix things around. And then I normally use... This is my favorite salad dressing, and this is the garlic Italian, and this is at our local grocery store, HEB. I'll use this salad dressing on top. And for dinner today, I am having, I don't usually do frozen dinners because of the sodium that they have and all the preservatives. So our local grocery store does these meal simples, and these are prepared daily, and they're not in the frozen section. They're just in the cooling section. So this is what I will be having for dinner. This is salmon, and it's stuffed with seafood stuffing. And then this is broccoli right here. This meal is like $7. But if you have a little discount, or if it has a little discount that they're giving away, like $1 off, that's typically when I'll get one. I'll chop up a small red potato, and I'll cook that in the oven first. And then I'll put mushrooms in with it, and sometimes I'll put onions and bell peppers. And so then after the potatoes are done, I'll take them out, and then I'll put this in on 400 for 20 minutes. And then this is what I'll have for dinner. And I do also typically eat a lot of fish, chicken. I don't eat the skin on the chicken, and it took me a long time to get used to that because I like the whole chicken. But I don't eat the skin because that's where a lot of cholesterol is. So I just try to eat a carb, a vegetable, and a protein. And that's basically what I do in a day. So I'm going to take you back, and we're going to pause the video here, and we're going to wrap things up. Okay, so you know you don't have healthy eating without exercise, and that's what I'm also going to have to get back into the routine of doing. Now, don't get me wrong, I have never really been someone that likes to exercise or that does exercise on a regular basis, but I am going to try. I take Lucky for walks once in a while. Usually we just go to Dad's house and he runs around the yard and plays. But I do have some exercise equipment at home that I have been wanting to break back out and just, you know, work my way up. I can't just start off gangbusters, of course, but one thing is I do have this channel that I will list below. I do follow, it's a couple, and I do follow their workouts, and my sister and I were both doing them, and we really enjoyed them. And they have beginner-friendly ones, and some of them are like 15 minutes or just 20 minutes, and I'm telling you, I really love them. A friend of mine, we used to go to water aerobics, but oh my God, that water was freezing. And I really love water aerobics. That is my all-time favorite exercise activity. But I guess maybe we went at the wrong time of the year. We went during winter, and I'm telling you that water was ice cold, and we never went back. After the semester ended and we were done, we never went back. but I love water aerobics. So if they have some place where the pool is heated, I'm down because I really like doing that activity. But again, I will link the couple's video station below. They have wonderful exercise videos. They have things that you can do with weights. So I do have some weights here. This is a 2-pound weight that I purchased, and I have 2 of them. And when he does his routine, he does a weight routine, and he just does a lot of good activities. I have the 3-pound weights, and then I also have the 5-pound weights, which are heavy. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of that tonight. And then I also have this contraction here. This is my elliptical. Let me see if I can give you a good picture of it. So this is my elliptical. And I got this from Walmart, and it was next to nothing. It was less than $100. I think I paid like $80-something for it. And the thing that I like most about this is that, you know, I have knee problems. My knees are bad and they hurt all the time. And so I didn't want the elliptical that, come on in, sir. I didn't want the elliptical that you pedal. So this one that I have here is one where, let's see if we can show you. It's like the ski where you just move your, excuse me, sir. You just move the pedals up and, you know, back and forth. So it's really low friction on your knees. And again, you have the arms that you would just move back and forth. And once you get started, the little timer, the little display timer goes. And this is also one where you can kick the legs out too, to get that leg workout in. So they go back and forth, and you can kick the legs out too to get your leg workout in. So I haven't used this in a while. I'm going to just be perfectly honest. So I do hope to start incorporating this back into my routine. I find that if I put a good video on and 20-minute, 30-minute video, that the time goes by fast and I've done my workout. This really gets my heart racing. I break a sweat when I'm using this, so I do like it. So that's about what I plan on doing to get back on, you know, track. So again, that's about all I plan on doing to get back on track. I've done it before, so I know I can continue on. It's just with the holidays, like I mentioned, things just got out of control. So I'm going to have my breakfast, and if you guys have any good workout tips, or if you follow someone that you enjoy, or if you want to join me on my journey, again, I want to lose between 10 to 15 more pounds, and then I'll be satisfied. Then I'll just work on trying to maintain. And I'm just up for the challenge. Like I said, new year, new me. And again, I hope that some of you will join me, encourage me on. We can do this together. And this, don't worry, this channel is not going to be all about healthy eating, fitness, and all that, but I will sprinkle a little bit in and keep you guys updated with my progress, and you do the same. So I know I have some friends out there that are going to do this with me, and we'll just check back on each other and leave feedback in the comment section, and we'll just encourage each other on. So that completes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little something different for my channel, but it's okay. It's 2020 and we can mix things up a little bit, right? So if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Also click the ring the little bell down below so you'll know each and every time that I upload a video. Go ahead and share the channel and leave me a comment below. Again, I would love to know if you are into fitness, or if you follow someone on YouTube, if you follow their routine. You know, just let's share information amongst each other. We're friends here. And again, please remember that you're always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. And until the next video, I'll see you real soon. Bye.